During the Bronze Age, ancient Greece was in between the Aegean and the Mediterranean Sea. Monarchies with a bureaucracy. King Minos was a king. He left a really good legacy. Minoans, island of Crete. Mycenaeans on the mainland of Greece. Ancient Greece, they made their democracy. They lived in city-states, so they didn't have much unity. Because of their mountain terrain, they could only grow olives and grapes. So every night, they could have oil and wine. In Greece, they had natural harbors. There were no naval invaders. They had a nice ruler named Pericles and a philosopher named Socrates. He questioned things all the time, was killed for corrupting young minds. But then his good student Plato took the liberty to write a book called The Republic. In it he said he believed philosopher kings should rule the government and decision making, not the people because they were uneducated. Greeks were polytheistic. They never really got sick because they had advancements in math and medicine. They built columns and arches. They created a lot of art. They portrayed human art without any flaws. In Sparta, people were trained to fight in war. Athens was a polis with many laws. Aristocracy, tyranny, monarchy were the laws for the people, so it seemed. But Athens and Sparta disagreed, so they fought for power overseas. When it was over, a treaty was signed, so they both went back to living their lives. But they fought a war again one night called the Trojan War, because Paris took Helen from her husband, who's the king of Sparta, and wanted her by his side. But Alexander the Great came in and saved the day. He unified the empire so fast. He friended Cleopatra and created a new culture called Hellenistic. Indian, Egyptian, Persian, and Greek. He loved to diffuse cultures in the East. Aristotle was his teacher. He was also a philosopher. Alexander went to the academy. He traveled and fought many wars overseas. But he died at age 32, and his capital was established too. It's a city called Alexandria, made in Egypt when he died in Babylonia. But since he's dead, people fought, and the empire was ripped into shreds. But he left a legacy because he influenced many countries, and the Hellenistic culture remains. Alexander was a great king. He did so many things. Strong navy, won battles overseas.